bit about PayU to start with.
Sure. So PayU, think of it, as a classic payments company. Our job is just basically to help merchants accept payments. Mm-hmm. What makes it a bit different is that we operate, in a lot of very exotic countries, like India, like Africa, like Latin America, Central Eastern Europe, Russia, Turkey. Mm-hmm. So all countries where there is a lot of growth for e-commerce. A lot of countries where, people pay with Visa and MasterCard, but not just with Visa and MasterCard, with a lot of, funky products that only they know, but that account for 1 in 2 transactions. So our job is to do that.
I saw on one of your, I think, websites that you took something like 100 different ways of payment or something?
Yeah, 250 actually.
250?
250. And look, before PayU, I spent a lot of time with big American companies in payments. And you try to make it like, payments is global. It's actually absolutely not true. It's not even becoming global. It's becoming even more fragmented for 2 reasons. The first one is what is called alternative payment methods. As I say, it's not alternative. It's 1 in 2 transactions. The second thing is actually people want to have better control on how they spend their money, how they get their money. So, you need to be able, to have all these local payment means. If you're a big global merchant, at the end of the day, what you want is higher conversion. Okay. So for that, you need to have all the deep, connections with the local banks, and you need just to give, consumers what they want. So the 250 payment means at the end of the day, this is what will bring you your next 1 billion people.
Wow. So I'm not sure I can even list 30 different payment means.
Are you going to ask me to list
all of them? But how do they categorize down? I mean, I guess there's sort of, you've got the M-Pesas, the kind of mobile things, you've got cards. How do they classify?
Good question. I think at the end of the day, just to make it simple, is like, what are the true big networks and platforms?
Okay.
So you have the card platforms, right? The big global ones. There's only a few, right? The Visa, MasterCard, and so on. But then you have all the regional or local schemes. Okay. So that's what, that's the big trends over the past few years is every big country will want to have control over, their own local schemes. This is what you see in India, like with UPI. The stuff that took many years in the UK, like faster payments. They got it up and running in 18 months. That's quite unique, right? Or you have China Union Pay. So you have the local schemes. And that's a matter of, sovereignty almost for any big company, big country, sorry. Then you will have all the bank-based account, payments.
Okay.
That's also another one.
Right.
And then you will have all the legacy, payment systems, mostly sometimes based on cash.
Okay.
For instance, right? At the end of the day, you still want to bridge the gap between cash and electronic money. And there are multiple ways to do that. M-Pesa is a fantastic way to do it. But every country will have its own version of that. So if you put all of that together, you get to 250. Is it going to go down? I'm not sure. Actually, I think it could increase. The question then is like more, okay, if you are in the payments business, how you can aggregate that and how you can simplify that for the big merchants. Because at the end of the day, what they want is, I want the best of both worlds. I want all the payment methods, but can you just give me one API? Of course. That's what we do.
So you focus on e-commerce and sort of online business?
We focus on digital transactions.
Okay.
So online meaning like, if I take India, for instance, that's one of our biggest markets. In India, if you take all the e-commerce transactions, we basically process 60% of them.
Wow.
Okay. So that's big. 75% of that is only mobile. That's it. It started like this, right? Okay. And in fact, 70% for me I think it's still a bit small. Right. It should be even higher than that. So we only focus on it. The thing here is like, when we look at the growth of e-commerce, physical goods is just a small part. The biggest part is all digital goods. It's all services. It's all the subscription. It's all the games. It's all, the services that you consume around the world that are global by essence. So I think we are in a good spot because we are in these markets where, there's a lot of growth, where everybody wants to go, but it's actually a bit complicated to get there. And we're just trying to simplify all of that.